Hey guys, it's Georgia and Aaron. We are here to do a Buffy Q&A all the way from season 1 to now, but probably more about season 3. We also got a couple questions about other things as well, so yeah, let's just get started. Okay, firstly, yes, we have new hair for season 4. Someone did ask why we change our hair colour so often. The answer for me is probably different for Aaron. The answer for me is like, I work in a school, so like I don't get to do crazy hair colours often, and then during the summer I went blue, and then September came around a lot faster, so I was like, oh shit, I need to change my hair to a natural colour, so I home bleached it. That was that kind of not so good blonde you saw earlier, and then I paid a lot of money to go to this because I was kind of sick of the blonde. So for you it was just boredom, wasn't it?
Working from home,
lockdown,
didn't have to go out.
Yeah.
Why not? I went red because I always wanted to go red, then I was like, oh, the red's going pink, let's go more red.
First, we'll ask a question I got asked on Patreon, which was, Aaron, how do you feel about Joyce now?
I like Joyce now.
There you have it. You heard it here first. You heard it here first, folks. Why do I struggle to
Joyce season 3, since she learnt about Buffy, it's like, you know how a mum should be, and how, you know, as a teenager you're trying things out. You're trying different styles, or trying different, I don't know, like your personality changes. Joyce was the annoying mother that never accepted any of that until she found out what Buffy's actually like. Now she's actually how she should be.
Yeah.
And I can respect her now. I know she's still she can be a bit annoying, but she's a mum and they all are. Which
do you think answers also the question, which character you feel has had the most growth?
Yeah, definitely Joyce.
Yeah. Other characters have had growth, but like not always in the best way.
I was going to say, does growth have to be a positive thing?
Yeah.
Because some characters got worse.
Basically, a few people asked the same variation of this question, but put season 3 with season 1 and season 2. I'm still going to say season 2 is up here for me.
1, then 3.
Nah, season 2, season 3, season 1.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
I quite like the Grandmaster, but season 1 I was really hoping that little boy was going to become like some incredible thing. That kind of fizzled out, probably because he had a better job to go
But we get that season 1 was like the pilot season, like they didn't, so obviously...
They were having to trial things out, but I think they came in with a solid pilot season.
Yeah. Obviously, because one of the questions here was, I can't find it, but there was a question, it was like, your attitude towards the show, has it changed? And I guess, for me, it was literally as soon as I watched episode 1, because my attitude towards the show hasn't really changed while I've been watching it. I've always thought it's good from the get-go, but like, before I saw Buffy, I was like, I would never have started watching it. Like,
no, never would have watched
just
it.
Thinking of Buffy, I wasn't ever into vampire things, but the vampire things the only vampire things I know is Twilight, and I didn't like Twilight, so I was like, I don't want to watch a vampire thing, but because everyone was raving about it, I was like, maybe I
was like a 14-year-old boy when Twilight came out, so I was never going to watch that. With some glittery wolves as well. The other thing, less towards the show, but towards the characters, like how much we come to love Buffy so quickly. And Giles.
Yeah, one of the questions...
Some of the other characters was a bit like...
Somebody asked, has your favourite characters changed? For me, yes, because I remember season 1, my favourite character was Xander.
Xander was Xander.
Huh?
You said your favourite character was Xander.
No, I didn't. I said my favourite character was Xander in season 1, and then it became Buffy. And at the beginning I didn't love Willow so much, but now I think I love Willow more. Or I did love Willow, then my love for Willow went down, and now it's come back up again. So yeah, attitude towards characters that's changed, definitely, because they change, they grow.
But who's your favourite now?
Do you know what? It might be Giles.
Oh, mine's always Giles from the start.
But I love Buffy. She's like sisters.
Yeah, no,
she's
Buffy's
like my
amazing.
Sister.
So this girl's had to come in. She's going to a new school. Her parents have recently split up. She's dealing with all the issues that 16-year-old girls deal with, which just suck. Boy stuff. And all the other crap. And then on top of that has to save the planet.
Yeah.
Every single week, without doubt. Like, yeah, you got some mad respect for the girl.
Yeah.
But Giles has to deal with all that as well.
Yeah. From a dad's point of view.
Oh, and Giles is a better dad than Buffy's dad.
I mean, yeah, he's present for starters. Someone asked what season 3 characters would you play, and someone also asked what if you could be one of the characters, who would you be? And I guess it depends on the world. Like, which world are we talking about? Are we talking about in our world? Then it's different if we're in Sunnydale. Because if I were in Sunnydale, I want to be the one character that knows how to kill demons, which is Buffy. So...
Oh, I'd be Giles in Sunnydale.
And she's cute. Like, I'm not going to be Angel when I can be Buffy, like, do you know what I mean?
I'd be Giles in Sunnydale.
Really?
He deals with all the weapons, plus he's the smart one.
And he can fight.
And he can fight, and he gets to punch Angel in the face.
Do you not like Angel?
Well, Angelus.
Yeah.
He gets to punch Angelus in the face. And who doesn't want to punch that smug prick in the face?
Yeah.
But there is one downside to that. I'd have to lose Miss Calendar. Moment of silence. In this world, though, I mean, Giles' guaranteed job. There'd be no Angela, so you'd get to keep Miss Calendar.
In this world, I'm like a mix of Buffy and Willow already, so...
I was thinking Willow, to be honest. She could be a witch.
Yeah, oh, in this world, I'd like to be a witch in this world.
Yeah, and a good witch, so you just get to annoy people.
Yeah.
That are bad.
Yeah. Throw a pencil at someone. A couple of people asked this, so I guess predictions for Angel, like what kind of... I don't really know what you guys meant by format. Like...
I mean, there'll be one episode, then there'll be another episode.
For location and cast, I'm thinking like... I'm not thinking too far from Sunnydale.
No, I think it's going to be the city,
Sunnydale.
I think it's going to be the city, and I can't remember what city it is, but the city that Buffy went to.
Right.
You know when Buffy ran away for the summer? I think it's going to be that city that she lives in.
Oh, okay. Cast? No idea. I think... Maybe...
Angel.
Do you know what? Do you know who I think we might see? Characters that have gone, like Spike. Drusilla. Do you know how they brought Spike in and said what's kind of going on with him, Drusilla? They might have that plot line in Angel. Like... Of him trying to get...
Do you think the format thing is them asking if we think like when it might be set as well? As in, do we think it's going to be set at the same time as Buffy?
Yes,
or do we think it's going to be set like in the past? Are we going to see Angel's past? In which case, we'll see Drusilla again because obviously she was part of Angel's past.
That would be cool. But I'd hope they don't do too much of that because we have seen a lot of Angel's past already.
Yeah, no, I think we'll be running alongside. I think it'll be Buffy and Angel and then sometimes a bit of a cross and separate again.
I think like that.
There'll be a few awkward moments where they look at each other and then... I'm hoping there'll be episodes of Buffy or of Angel where we'll see the opposite one just in the background. They don't even interact. They don't have anything to do with the episode.
Yeah,
but like it'll just be Buffy and Willow talking and you see Angel walk past in the background. I think that'd be really cool.
And we know where he's going when we watch Angel.
Yeah, and then in Angel it'll then happen.
I think that'd be
But
cool.
I don't know if that would happen.
Yeah. Someone said that there's going to be... Yes, Gerald. Our bro Gerald.
Love Gerald.
He said that apparently there's talks of a reboot. I don't like reboots.
A continuation?
Yeah, that's cool.
Buffy 20 years later?
Yeah.
Cool.
But not... like redoing the episodes.
Oh my god!
Different cast.
But it could be Buffy, like, and all the cast grown up, but you see their kids, and Buffy's daughter is a slayer.
And Buffy can be like an actual good mum.
And
like,
it would probably be the
advice.
only time a slayer ever lived that long, because most of them die off.
Yeah, let's hope she survives all the way to the end.
I mean, she died enough times
No,
already.
we haven't watched the end credits all the way through. We don't know what you mean by I don't think so.
Do you know what though? We will.
Yes.
On the next episode.
When we watch season 4, we're going to watch all the way to the end of the credits.
For the
I love this question. This is my favourite question. Okay, I need to read it word for word. There were several banger episodes of alternate parallel universes, The Wish and Doppelgangland. Keeping that as the idea, my question is, how do you believe things may have played out if Angelus had killed Xander, his original plan in Bewitched, Bewildered and Bothered, instead of Miss Calendar in Passion on season 3? On season 3? What? Oh, how would that have changed season 3? Because originally, remember when he yanked Xander out the window, Drusilla was there, and because it was in that episode where Xander had all those girls after him, they came and saved him, like by being like, get away, or trying to have him for himself.
Yeah. Well, they were trying to kill him at that point.
Yeah, I know.
But the dinner lady with the axe.
I think Willow would have gone hard.
Yeah, but you know what? She'd also learnt so much from Miss Calendar.
That's true.
Because Miss Calendar, you can't
I'm
just
thinking who'll be losing. You're thinking of
who
who
was
you gain.
saving.
Yeah.
I'm thinking all of Miss Calendar's connections,
Yeah.
all of that stuff she was doing on that CD or floppy disk, whatever that fell down there, would have happened quicker. Giles would be happier. Oh, yeah, but Giles being happier might mean he's more distracted, meaning Buffy might not get as much training or much watching. This question leads us on a path, and we don't have 6 hours to talk about it.
Holy shit, they would have been dead.
Yeah, no, 100%. I believe the entire universe and the whole show would have ended by now.
The school would have blown up, and Buffy, Willow, Giles would have all been dead.
Yes.
Because they were above that bomb that Xander stopped. Miss Calendar wouldn't have got involved in that. She's not at the right place at the right time.
Although she would be at the school.
But Xander only knew about that because
he was with the people who were doing it.
Because trying to have friends that weren't Buffy and them.
We could keep going back to the before Buffy was born.
Maybe because Xander was their ride, so without Xander, they would have been much slower getting themselves together and getting the bomb there. So it's difficult. But yeah, I think that Xander is much more useful than. Obviously, we know that he is.
I think, but because of how the show played out, Xander's role made him seem so much more important. I think if you go back far enough, Miss Calendar could be way more important with the experience and knowledge that she
definitely.
has of that sort of world.
Willow,
it was her tribe that created
Angel would have probably a lot of an easier life. He'd probably be cured. Buffy and Angel would be together. Giles and Miss Calendar would be
I think Miss Calendar would have figured out how to help Willow give Xander a permanent soul or whatever.
But then I think maybe people like Cordelia would be dead. There are people that Xander saved in small, moments, and the whole cheating thing never would have happened with Willow and Xander, but it'd be different. But that's a very interesting question.
It's an interesting question.
Pointed characters that do a lot.
I think we need a whiteboard, and we could draw out the whole thing, and it could go on for so long. And I think it would go before to Miss Calendar's birth. I think I could take it back that far.
Will you miss the mayor? He always made me laugh.
The mayor was funny though. He was funny.
Human weakness got him.
Yeah, which I think was quite a smart way.
Yeah, because in the end he's still a human. The reason why I won't miss the mayor, and the reason why he frustrated me so many times, is because he had no. I've probably said this before, but I really wanted to see him upset and not really, really annoyed at something Buffy had done. The only time we did get to see that was just before he ascended, when Buffy stabbed Faye, and he was like, "We need to find her." I was so confused at that point because I didn't know he cared for her that much until then. So for me, I was a bit more confused, and I wasn't appreciating the moment of seeing him angry. But usually he's just like, "Oh well. Even when he died, he went, "Oh gosh." I was like,
I know.
That is the reason why I don't miss the mayor. Not because I don't like how he was written, but because his character was a good bad guy because he made you hate him. Why are you so smug? I want to punch you in the face.
No, I see it different than that.
That's how it was for me.
I think he was a good bad guy because of how he organised the other bad guys and how he played the good guy in public.
Okay.
I think his character was...
Aaron, quick question. What is your favourite Foo Fighters song?
Everlong.
You're wearing it right now. Everlong. You heard it here
Everlong.
first, folks.
Tag Dave Grohl.
Top 3 episodes. While we're waiting, the biggest surprise of this season, before we look at the episodes, for me, was either when Angel pretended to be Angelus and then wasn't. I was like, and also Giles getting fired. That is probably going to be one of the biggest surprises of the series for me, because I really expected him to be Buffy's watcher the whole way through, and I'm assuming that. I think that they might hire him back when they realise how shit everybody else is at the job. But it's cool because you never know what's going to happen in the show. I found it quite surprising when Angel became Angelus again so quickly after he just came back. That whole thing. But that was why season 2 is one of my favourite seasons, because I love that. You probably go back and watch my reactions and how angry I am, but thinking about it now, it was so good. And because we had characters like Spike, Drusilla, the whole Angelus thing. Angelus's character, we kind of liked it more than Angel at that point. I like that episode. I liked the Beauty and the Beast. That was one of my favourite episodes of the season. It had very interesting messages in it. Wow. A few episodes around that time, there were some good written ones. Obviously, we've got The Wish in this season. Oof, Lover's Walk, damn. That was deep.
Spike kidnaps Willow and tries to create a love spell.
Yeah.
Drusilla.
That's why I think that he we're going to see him again, maybe an angel, because
Yeah.
of that little
He'll be
tease of
back.
a story. Yeah.
I loved seeing the alternate universe of what happens if Buffy...
I think I'm Doppelgangland or The Wish.
I think the Wish episode was made better. I think Doppelgangland had a better idea behind it. The idea of them having to fight... I think it's comically brilliant, and them having to fight someone that they love is also emotionally brilliant.
I liked Beauty and the Beast. I also liked... It's like Triggered something, or Earshot.
Yeah.
I like...
Learns to read minds.
I like the Beauty and the Beast, Earshot, The Wish. We've come a long way since Anne. Jesus.
I think we've just named every episode.
I mean, no one asked about Faith, which was interesting, because I guess by the end we hate her. But I really enjoyed her character.
Yeah, but she's a great character.
From the beginning, she was a good character.
I'm happy for her to leave,
yeah.
but for the other characters more than...
Yeah, you stress me out, love. You can go.
But favourite character, it's always going to be Giles.
This question's hard. Who do you think will be endgame? I talk about this often, actually, while we're watching the show, and obviously I've said Giles and Joyce a few times, but just because he is her father figure, and, like, it makes sense.
That's the only one I would say... And it would change if Miss Calendar was alive.
Yeah, and not even just because for Buffy's sake, but also they both have had sex, so they have that little flirty thing going on.
That happens.
That is a hard question because of Oz and Xander, though. I don't know who Willow's going to end up with. I don't think it's going to be Oz, but I also don't feel that loyalty to say Xander so quickly right now, because they need to build that up again.
It could be Oz if
Which is
Willow...
sad, because if they're going to build that up again, it means Oz has to go.
It could be Oz if Willow finds out how to make it so he doesn't become a werewolf anymore. She manages to do that for him. That's got to be some deep magic, right?
Yeah.
That means she's got to go a long way for him. And I think
maybe there'll be a time jump in where, like, Oz and Willow have been together a long time, and then, like, she reconnects with Xander and they haven't seen each other in a long... Do you know what I mean? Like...
Oh, but then the whole cheating thing again, and it's just...
No. Like, maybe Oz and Willow have split up.
Oh.
They're all, like, divorced or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
but they'd have little witch werewolf babies.
I want Oz to stay in the Scooby Gang, like, no matter what.
Or he goes to... He moves over to Angel eventually.
I actually don't know who's funnier, Oz or Xander. Xander says more, but Oz's one-liners are so funny.
Oz is funnier because Xander's forcing it out there.
Yeah.
He is funny.
Yeah. Everything Xander says, though, is funny.
It's like, but Oz was just like he'll really deadpan just be like...
Yeah, but if any other character said it, it wouldn't be funny.
No,
but it's because it's Oz.
Yeah,
that's
because of how
funny.
he's saying it.
Yeah.
His deliverance is just perfect.
If the Scooby Gang time travelled back to season 1 now, what would they kind of do? Talk to their past selves about? And you said about Joyce.
Oh, Joyce would look back on herself and be horrified. I think Buffy would also look back on herself and just go, just tell your mum.
I don't know if she... Because everything kind of played out in a right way. Like, would you even do anything? After what they've been through, you kind of be scared to mess with time, I feel like.
Yeah, but, like, Buffy could tell her mum from all the way back then. It wouldn't change anything, I don't think, because Joyce accepts it.
Oof, I know what Giles would do.
How does Joyce...
I know what Giles would do.
Go on.
Not talk to Miss Calendar. If he's not close with her, Angel
She
wouldn't have gone for her. And she wouldn't have been trying to cure Angel because she wouldn't have been in the gang. That would have been harsh to see.
I just don't get how Joyce never knew what was going on. She got bitten and was just happy to accept that somehow barbecue tongs ended up in her neck.
I know. If we're going to predict an episode for season 4, I'm going to say something maybe fairy tale-y, because we haven't had... I think we had something a bit like Hansel and Gretel, but maybe something more in that kind of way. Maybe with Willow and her witchiness, Buffy and her princessness.
Ogres.
Ogres, yeah.
They have layers.
Shrek.
Mm-hmm. Because you said fair enough. But I'm trying to think, like, if you go through the monsters in sort of D&D, we haven't had ogres.
Also, somebody did ask a bit of background on us. I've always asked you guys, like, how old do you think we are? And I'm sure I've said it. I don't want to... I always, again, want to be like, guess how old we are, but nobody does.
I have 100% said so many times that this show came out the year we were born.
Yeah.
How does that not
We were
tell
born in 1997, guys. Work it out. No, I'm kidding. It's my birthday in 3 weeks from now, so 20th of December. Yeah, in 20 days it's my birthday. So I'm going to be 24. Aaron already is 24. He's only 2 months older than me, so basically we were in the same year at school. We kind of knew each other, kind of friendly. We had history. We have history, and we had history class together and maths, and then
we didn't speak in maths. We spoke a lot in history.
Yeah, because we were seated next to each other. We used to have history debates. Like we used to be like we became friends by arguing. That's how we became friends.
And I gave you free chocolate.
And that was when we were like 14, 15. And then Aaron left school to go to college.
But didn't really leave because I was still coming back into school for the music department. Did a course in sound engineering, and then I did a course in motor vehicle mechanics engineering. I did a lot of engineering.
Meanwhile, I stayed in school to do sixth form, which is like the last
2 years.
But we do 3 subjects and you like focus heavily on them, and then you go to university after that if you've done sixth form. And so I stayed through there, and then
or college.
First year of sixth form there was a music trip. I was not in the music department in any way, but my friend was like, let's join the music department because then we get a free trip to Barcelona. So I was like, sure, let's do that. Aaron was already heavily mixed in the music department from like before he left school and was very close with the people there. So he came back to do the sound for the school concert that we went on in Barcelona. So I went on this trip as photographer and videographer, which ended up being what I did for university. And then Aaron went on the trip as like the sound person. And then we reconnected on that trip, and then that was when we were 17. So then we started dating from there, and now we're 24. Basically, I'm almost 24.
5 years later, we started sitting here and filming some
Yeah.
reactions to Buffy.
I think I answered all the questions on the community post. Like lots of them were kind of the same variations of the same questions. I'm sorry if I missed your question, but I'm pretty sure I got at least one from everybody. Yeah. It's nice to talk about it. It's hard to make predictions. Those are the ones. It's easy to make predictions when you're in the middle of a season about certain characters and certain plot lines, but when you have no idea, I know it's going to be about college.
Yeah, that's the thing. Especially like the first season 1, season 2, we can predict they're going to be at the school.
Yeah.
The school is going to be attacked by something. Students are going to be attacked. We don't know where they're going to be.
Yeah.
They're meant to be going college, but they're meant to be going college across the entirety of America. Mm-hmm. Different cities. They're not all planning to stay in the same city. And we don't even know if they're going to go college.
That's my one prediction. I think they are going to go to college, but then something's going to happen in Sunnydale, a great evil. They need Buffy, and the Scoobies are like, we're not letting you do this alone. They all come back to Sunnydale. They leave behind their dreams of college life to come back to Sunnydale to save the world. It has to be something important. It wouldn't just be to... I don't know.
Giles, I assume, is going to follow Buffy wherever she goes,
yeah.
right?
I mean...
That's the only prediction I can make, because he's still her watcher. I don't care if he's been
we
sacked.
know Willow and Buffy are staying in Sunnydale. That was also one of my favourite moments of this season, was when Willow announced that she's staying to go to Buffy's college, when she could go to Oxford. And she's like... And then Buffy's like, I love you. And then they like hug on the grass. They're like, ah! That was one of my favourite moments of the season.
You know what I'm questioning now? What was that whole thing about Schneider and the police and the covering up of...
That was kind of beginning of telling us that actually the government and all that do know what's going on. Because we were thinking this whole time, how does no one know what's going on? Where are the police? But that was kind of like, well, actually,
But why was Schneider involved with all that and then didn't know about the mayor? He seemed to be so in a circle, and then all of a sudden he gets eaten.
I think he wasn't in a circle, but he knew what was going on. And it was kind of like, and I think it was because of the mayor. The mayor was fine with it. He didn't want a Slayer around. That's why the police didn't want Slayer around, because the mayor didn't want one around, because he liked the little evil that was going on. But without Buffy, the town would have been gone. And I don't think Schneider understood that, because even at graduation, Schneider was like, something's not right. Like, I know he's evil, but I don't know what he's going to do. He didn't know he was going to ascend like that, because he was like, this is not orderly. So, yeah, so we're going to watch season 4 now. We're going to watch the first episode of season 4. And then I think we're watching 2 Angels after that. So... We'll try and film as much as we can so you guys don't go too long without Buffy, but this is the best order for reactors to watch it in. It's been amended, so it is the best order for us to watch them in. Apart from December, December is hard at the moment to do lots of filming, but at the moment, we aim to do 4 a month for Patreon, as we do for YouTube, but Patreon, you just get them earlier.
We are
weekly.
Also looking down the barrel of another lockdown.
We are also looking down the barrel of another lockdown, so I don't know what's going to happen, but we're here, we're now going to watch episode 1 of season 4. Who knows what December's going to be like, but I hope that we get to film more than we have been, so We'll see you in season 4, guys. Bye.
Don't.
Forget it.
And, subscribe!